Welcome to the hidden fortress of your mind, where the real battle is not with others, but with the endless opinions that try to control you. And most people live as if approval is the ultimate currency, constantly bending, performing, and adjusting themselves to fit into other people's expectations. But the first rule of Stoic freedom is simple. Your worth is not determined by applause or criticism. And the moment you stop measuring yourself against every glance, comment, or judgment, a quiet power begins to grow inside. Because every thought that forces you to seek validation weakens your inner authority. And every pause, every moment you choose your own judgment over theirs, strengthens it. And here, inside this invisible academy of mental independence, you are trained to observe opinions as clouds passing through the sky. Notice them, acknowledge them, but never let them dictate your mood, your actions, or your sense of self. Because true freedom begins the moment you realize that the only approval that matters is your own. As your awareness of this truth grows, the second rule becomes clear. You cannot control what others think, but you can control how you respond. And most people waste endless energy trying to shape opinions they will never fully command, worrying over praise, criticism, or gossip, as if their value depends on someone else's approval. But the Stoics teach a different path. Your mind is your own, and no external judgment has power over your inner peace unless you invite it. So every time you notice a thought creeping in that seeks validation, pause, observe it, and choose consciously not to obey it. Because each moment you resist the pull of external approval, you reclaim a small piece of your freedom. And this deliberate practice slowly builds an invisible armor, steady and unshakable, where your sense of self is no longer a reflection of others' opinions, but a creation of your own reason, values, and deliberate choices. As your mind strengthens, the third rule of Stoic freedom emerges. Cultivate inner independence. Because no one can grant you peace, and no one can take it away unless you allow it. And most people hand over control of their emotions to every compliment, insult, or passing opinion, letting their sense of self rise and fall like waves on the shore. But here, in the practice of Stoic discipline, you learn to anchor yourself in reason, not reaction, to let judgments pass like clouds without storming your mind. And the more you practice choosing your own assessment over theirs, the more your inner authority solidifies, calm, steady, and unwavering. And in that silence between thought and reaction, you discover a rare kind of power, the ability to act freely, to speak deliberately, and to live without the constant burden of seeking approval. Because true strength is not measured by how others perceive you, but by how you perceive yourself. From that growing independence, the fourth rule becomes clear. Guard the story you tell yourself. Because your inner narrative shapes your reality far more than anyone else's opinion. And most people unknowingly reinforce fear, doubt, and weakness by replaying criticism or imagining judgment, believing these thoughts are true. But the Stoic student learns to question every intrusive idea before accepting it, to separate fleeting emotions from lasting truth, and to refuse to let temporary impulses rewrite long-term identity. And in this practice, mental chaos transforms into clarity, where your inner dialogue no longer drags you toward anxiety or insecurity, but moves under conscious guidance. And as you train this internal supervision, freedom grows. The freedom to think clearly, to act deliberately, and to direct your energy toward your own values, rather than bending to the shifting approval of others. Finally, the fifth rule completes your journey toward Stoic freedom. True independence is measured not by how others perceive you, but by the silence and authority you maintain within. Because the world will always have opinions, judgments, and expectations. Yet the trained mind no longer seeks validation externally, instead cultivating it internally through awareness, reason, and deliberate choice. And now you understand that freedom from approval was never given to you. It is built with every moment you pause, observe, and decide according to your own values. And if this story awakens something inside you, watch it again to notice lessons you may have missed. And if it helped you, take a moment to leave a like so others can also discover the quiet power of living according to their own mind, not the fleeting judgments of the world.